Let's crack them open at the same time and let's try them both at the same time. And then we can just we've got about, 5 or so more minutes to kind of dwell on the Syrah Shiraz scenario. And then I've got a last little bit, which I'm going to give you simple choice answers on about 10 questions, simple one or the other kind of thing. And then that'll be it. Basically,
every Kiwi's dream to be lining up their Syrah against a Aussie Shiraz.
Yeah.
Smell that pepper. Yeah, beautiful. Nice. Yeah.
So you got the Kwandong Farm in your glass, Rod, haven't you? And you've got the
oh wow. Yeah.
Nice.
There's more than the same. There is different, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
What are you laughing about? Someone making faces.
Ben Paxton, you want to say hi to Ben?
Ben Paxton is being a little bit funny behind the camera.
Is he wearing an all black shirt?
Talking about rugby, I'll just give you a little snippet of my career. I took up playing rugby at 26 in Italy, and ended up being president of one of the first women's rugby team in the region where I worked in Montepulciano.
Wow!
So there you go.
So basically,
that's a hard ass taking up rugby at 26.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bad idea. Very bad idea.
Yeah.
Get straight onto the committee and out of the playing team. Was that the idea?
Became a ref after 3 matches.
Yeah. It's brutal.
So,
absolutely delicious.
What's your verdict on the Kwandong? Tell us a couple of snippets about what you think of that Kwandong, and you guys can tell him what you think. Well, tell us about that product.
Yeah, so I'm instantly whacked by the there's more the same than there is different aspect of it in terms of texturally the similar, and ours is in that cooler climate like black pepper and elevated florals, but there's also an earthiness about it, like a reduction that you get with Syrah, especially when it's young, and which gives it this kind of earthy, coaly kind of character. Whereas the I reckon the Paxton's slightly more, it's fresher, still has that same beautiful texture. The weight, like the feel of it in the mouth, is like it's not heavy, it's not dense versus lighter bodied. That kind of, like ours has a higher acidity, but it's from a way it feels in your mouth, it's about the same. Yeah, like I'm really.
Right. Is this the same price? Are these two wines line priced, or is the Syrah a different price?
The Syrah would be a little bit more expensive. This would be low 30s, I think. Yeah, low to mid 30s.
2019, I see. So
2019. What was the vintage like?
2019 was the first of 3 really kind of, we call hayride vintages. Like this is the first tricky vintage we've had for 3 years. It's 19 was hot and dry and long, wet before Christmas, dry after. We picked later in the season. This comes from a block. This was our first organic Syrah block. So this was 2014. We put it into conversion. So what's that? 2017. It was fully certified, and so 18, 19. It was starting to hit its straps a bit.
Funnily enough, the Kwandong Farm is as well our first vineyard that was converted into biodynamic. So that was sort of the first trial run, and then everything else got converted after that, if I'm remembering correctly.
That's correct.
Just the pepper in this is it's pungent and dominating, but not in a way that sort of hides everything else. There's just all these other beautiful, intricate sort of almost lavender and violet, no, not quite violet, I think more sort of almost dried lavender or thyme flowers, those sort of couple of sort of Mediterranean brambly kind of herbs.
Yep.